What is up, my magic miscreants? Risen Dragon here with another fun deck tech for you today, and today we are looking at a surprising Selesnya Midrange build. Now this takes, I think, the best of kind of that four-color domain we're seeing with some top-end cards like Leyline Binding, and really kind of focusing it in and limiting our opponent to what they can and can't do. So let's take a look at what this deck does. We are running 4 Hopeful Initiates. This has training. Of course, whenever this creature attacks with another creature with greater power, we put a +1/+1 counter on it. We remove 2 +1/+1 counters from among target creatures you control after tapping 2 and a white, and we destroy target enchantment or artifact. Fun card to have. Skrelv Defector Might. It has a toxic 1 and it can't block, but for a white or a Phyrexian mana, which of course you can pay with either white mana or 2 life. Another target creature you control gains toxic 1 and hexproof from that color until the end of turn, and it can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn. Now you have to make sure you declare this before blockers are declared. 2 Tamiyo Safekeeping. We know what this does. Target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and we gain 2 life. We're also looking at March of Otherworldly Light. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you may exile any number of white cards from your hand, and it costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way, and we exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment with mana value X or less. We're running 3 ossifications. We enchant a basic land we control, and then when it enters the battlefield, exile target creature or planeswalker and opponent controls until ossification leaves the battlefield. Up the Beanstalk is an interesting one in this build, because we only have 8 cards that we're running with mana value 5 or greater, but we can gain card advantage early in the game by drawing a card. So this is a very important card to have in this build, because, you know, white and green don't lend themselves very much to card draw. Here's a great example of what I mean by trying to shut down an opponent for what they can or cannot do. Kutzil Malamet Exemplar. Opponents can't cast spells during your turn, and whenever 1 or more creatures you control with power greater than its base power deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So we've got some fun stuff with this build, because we are going to be pumping up our creatures with Wandering Emperor. Okay, as long as it has flash, and as long as it entered the battlefield this turn, we may activate her loyalty abilities anytime we could cast an instant. Of course, her +1 is put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature, and it gains first strike till end of turn. The -1 is we create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. Of course, its -2 is exile target tapped creature, you gain 1 life. I may have said -2 for the samurai, I meant -1. We're running 2 Depopulate. We destroy all creatures. A player who controls a multicolored creature draws a card. Meh. Sigarda Font of Blessings. Now again, other permanents you control have hexproof. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may cast angel spells and human spells from the top of your library. So we're not running a lot of angel or human spells, but at the same time, we're also giving our other permanents hexproof. So yay, that's a bonus. Ajani Sleeper Agent, one of the more underrated, I think, planeswalkers, because it can pump up our creatures and kind of set up our draws. It has Compleated, but we reveal the top card of our library on the +1. If it's a creature or planeswalker card, put it into your hand. Otherwise, put it at the bottom of your library. Its -3 is distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among up to 3 target creatures, and they gain vigilance until end of turn. Or its -6 is you get an emblem with whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, target opponent gets 2 poison counters. We're running 2 Sunfalls, because who doesn't like exiling creatures? We incubate X, where X is the number of creatures exiled this way. In a huge debate online whether this card is OP, I don't think it is. I think it's great when we play it, but it sucks to play against. Not gonna lie. Leyline Binding, which can trigger the Up the Beanstalk. We know what this does. It has domain. It costs 1 less for each basic land type among lands we control. And when it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. Now, Eternal Wanderer can also do the same thing. It can no more than one creature can attack the Eternal Wanderer each combat. And we exile up to 1 target creature or artifact with her +1. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of that player's next end step. Of course, her 0 is we just create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with double strike. And the -4 is for each player, choose a creature that player controls, and each player sacrifices all creatures they control not chosen this way. Now, we are running 24 lands. I'm probably going to bump this up to 25. I think I'm going to add another Pit of Offerings and maybe take out... what do I take out here? I don't know. I'd have to figure something out. But I do want to get that in, because Pit of Offerings is a fun card to play. When it enters the battlefield, it enters tapped, but it exiles up to 3 target creatures, or 3 target cards from graveyards, and we can add 1 mana of any of the exiled cards' colors. Now we're also running a Rafine's Tower, Zayator's Proving Ground, Jetmir's Garden, Spire's Headquarters, mainly to feed into the Leyline binding, a Demolition, a Field of Ruin, and 2 Mirexes. Sideboard, we are running 2 Destroy Evils, 2 Family Reunions, 2 Atraxas Falls, because we may want to take care of a battle every now and then, or a creature with flying. We're running 2 Metropolis Reformers in case we ourselves come across any, like, shenanigans with targeting us. Tranquil Frillback, which can exile graveyards and target destroy enchantments or artifacts and gaining life. Fade from History, yeah, we're running a lot of limiting... or exiling enchantments, but if our opponent is also running the same, then, and we're running board sweepers, then yeah, we need to put this card in because it destroys all enchantments or artifacts, and we gain 2/2 green bear creature tokens, running 2 more March of Otherworldly Lights, and also 2 Tyvar's Stand as well. So this is our surprising Selesnya Midrange build. If you're new to my channel, we do a best of 1 and we do a best of 3, just so you can see how the deck functions in either one of those environments. So without further ado, let's get to the surprising Selesnya Midrange games, kids. We're against Dormammu84. Why do I feel like I've played against Dormammu before? And we're going to mulligan this one because, yeah, this one we're going to keep, and I think we're going to ditch the Ajani. Main reason is we can really ramp into stuff with the Rafine's Tower and then the forest into a Leyline binding, or up the Beanstalk first. But let's do up the Beanstalk first. Let's see if they counter it. No, they don't. Okay, cool. Boom. Cool. Hey, the Celestis. That's gonna go bye-bye, the Celestis is. We're gonna draw a card. I wanted to get greedy. Ooh, a Sunfall, that's fun. Oh, really? Haha, there we go, alright. Cool. Now we have ossification too, so that's gonna... Hey Jace, how fun are you? We can...
I will keep watch.
Oh, thanks for milling a lot of my land there. Do you have a duress? Seriously, that would absolutely not be fun. Oh hey, there's another Leyline binding. I'll take that. Oh, I should have cast up the Beanstalk first. That's okay though. Hey, Ajani is always a fun trip to have. Boom. I'm gonna hold off on anything. I think they may have a cut down. No? Alright, fine. Yeah, I probably should have cast up the Beanstalk and then the Leyline binding. Oh, that's fun. Let's do this. Let's do the Hopeful Initiate. Maybe they'll counter it. Let's try this. I think this is getting countered. Yeah, I have a feeling that was gonna get countered. Yep, there it is. Alright. That's okay. Do you have a removal? Maybe not. Yeah, you do. You're just getting sick and tired of getting pinged by my Hopeful Initiate there, aren't you, Chuckles? That's alright. I think I've played Dormammu before. Tezzeret? Oh, you're fun. So what is this? A Dimir... Ah, interesting. Alright. Well, that's gonna go... get ossified. So...
Oh, you'll see me
I'll just cast this just for the heck of it. We'll draw a card. Another up the beanstalk. How fun is that? Do you really have a cut down? Because that would just be totally rude. Totally rude. What is this? It's like a Dimir artifacts build? I like it. I've played this sort of deck before. It's almost like a prison deck. Might Stone and Weak Stone, huh? Are you really gonna take out... Okay, you're gonna draw 2 cards. I was about to say, wow. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, you'll probably counter it. You're gonna cut that down. Alright, fine. Whatever. Draw a card. Alright, we get another up the beanstalk, huh? How about that? And take out my Sigarda, that's probably what you'll do. Or we have a Phyrexia and a Portal to Phyrexia. Do we have that yet? No. Alright, well. We shall see. Yeah, you're gonna take that out. I had a feeling that was coming down. March of Wretched Sorrow. Wow. Ow. Rude. Yeah, we'll draw a card. And we'll cast a Kutzil. We have all our up the beanstalks, and yet we may not see a lot out of it. Yeah, it's alright. We'll boom. Do that. Portal to Phyrexia? Come on, you know you have it. Yeah, you're counting. You have the land. You have more than enough land to cast a Portal to Phyrexia. March of Wretched Sorrow again. Oh, wow. Alright. You're just going all out. We're just gonna cycle that and see what happens. Alright, fine. We'll just add another one of these. Are you serious? Are you serious? You're gonna take out my tokens? Alright, fine. I sure. However you want to do it, Dormammu. It's your... Alright, there's Jace. So, we're getting milled, I'm guessing.
Plans are already in motion.
Yeah. Ow, you hit a Wandering Emperor. Dang it. Another Tezzeret. Well, that opens me up a little bit. I might just cast the Sunfall just to... I might just cast the Sunfall just to gain some card draw. They have a negate. Let's try this. Whatever. Go with that.
How foolish.
Lots of card draw with this particular build. That's alright. Well, what are we doing? I think it's whenever we cast the spell, not when it resolves. Totally okay.
You can be made to obey.
You're just gonna... Okay, yeah, that's a fair play. That's a fair play. Fair play. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to attack... you know what? We're gonna attack the Tezzeret because... Do you have a counterspell? No, you don't. Alright.
I am the Emperor of Kamigo, and I will strike fast and...
Too little, too late. I'll deal with you.
We're not gonna create the Sunfall. We're not gonna cast the Sunfall at this point. We might be able to just outrace him. Yeah, of course we don't. Well, how fun is that? Oh, you're fun.
This is what real progress looks like.
Alright, well,
I'm never done for good.
I'm keeping this video because it's an interesting deck here, Dormammu. It's a very interesting deck. Ah, alright, I'm gonna hit my leyline binding. Okay, I'm gonna cast this. Oh, we're gonna get countered. And they now can't cast spells on my turn. We're gonna gain all these cards. Can't cast spells during my turn. Alright. Oh, you're bringing that back to your hand. How fun are you? Cool. Gain another Sunfall. Hopeful Initiate. Tommy Osik. Okay, that's a good draw. That's okay. Do that. Boom. Okay. Cool. And you're gonna cut it down. That's okay. Our problem is we're running low on cards here. Yeah, Shieldred's Edict. Yeah, of course you have that. Alright, so what's your win con here? Mill me? Is that the win con?
My next breakthrough is close.
Interesting. Okay. So we're gonna end up... Well, they can't... Yeah, alright, yeah, that doesn't affect us. Draw 2 cards. Okay, so they're gonna run themselves out pretty... Yeah, they're a little... Alright, Phyrexian Arena, okay. And you get that. Okay, Pit of Offerings. That's an interesting card to put down here. Let's go with... And let's make things interesting. Let's go with a Thirst for Knowledge, a Cut Down, and a Might Stone, Weak Stone. How about that? Boom. Cool. Now let's see, Skrelv. And we'll keep the Tamio. We'll do the Murex. Boom. Alright, cool. And you know what? Let's activate this. Boom. Alright, cool. This deck hangs in there. I'm just gonna say this. This deck really does hang in there. Alright, let's do Autonomy of Safekeeping. Let's see what they do. No? Alright, cool. Teresian Mindbreaker. Oh, that's no fun. Another Teresian Mindbreaker. Oh, that's gonna get real interesting, isn't it? Mills. Okay, so this is a mill build. Half the library rounded up. Yep, that's fine. We're gonna draw a ton of cards. And unfortunately, well, fortunately for us, we're actually in decent shape here. Because now what we can do is we ossify the Tezzeret. Now we're gonna run... We're dead. But we had to draw our entire deck to get to where we needed to. Put this down, that down. And there's no way we can win. So, good game, Dormammu. We'll move on to the best of 3. We are against Elias. For our best of 3 matchup, we are on the draw. Now, as you saw in that previous game, we gotta be real careful when it comes to our, yeah, we're against mono red. How fun is that? That's okay. Because now we can just... Okay, cool, we got some leyline bindings there. I think up the Beanstalk into a leyline binding gives us some neat little card advantage. Phoenix Chick, cool stuff. You're gonna play with fire. I'm okay with that. Or you're gonna sack that, draw a card. Got it. Yep, okay. That's fair. We draw a card. And there we go. Cool. Feldon, you're getting Leyline bound. Okay, cool. Look at that, we got all our Leyline bindings on, don't we? Fun stuff. Really, you're gonna play with fire? You're gonna play with fire me? You're gonna do that. I would have taken out the Feldon, but that's okay. I would have taken out the Feldon, but oh well. I'm not you. You do you. Sure, piss me off even more. Yes, I said that word. Alright, here we go. Hey, Sunfall's a fun one to do. So we're gonna do Hopeful Initiate into a Hopeful Initiate and see if they take the bait. Meh. Meh. Okay, cool. Voldair and Epicure, yep, you're gonna ping me again. Make me just that much more upset. That's okay. You're gonna discard. Yep. We're fishing for stuff. You got land flooded! Hey, check it out. My Sunfall just got a lot more expansive. Here we go. I draw a card. Boom. And I get that. Cool stuff. I don't know, what do you think of this idea? It's an interesting one, to say the least. And now we have Eternal Wanderer coming up. Kumano, you're cool. We can get a Leyline bound. Maybe. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna Leyline bind that. Draw a card. Boom. I wish I'd done that beforehand, but that's okay. Activate this. Down a Skrelv. Now we get an interesting board state going here. Now, you're going to really waste 2 burn spells to take care of that. You're seriously going to. Witchstalker Frenzy, of course. Alright. It's the one they least see coming, right? Another Kumano. Cool. Cool, ossification works too. And we won't go there now. We are going to create this, though. Boom. Okay. Cool stuff. And did they run out of gas? Probably not. Shivan Devastator. Woo! Alright, well, we gotta make haste. Let's ossify the Shivan Devastator. That go bye-bye. Alright, let's see what we can do. We might be able to race him. Hey, we might actually do this. Draw a card. Yeah.
I'll help any way I can. Keep your eyes sharp.
Yeah, whatever. We'll cycle this. Of course we drew into another land. That's alright. Okay. You got a Brotherhood's End? Burn down the house? Lightning Strike? Okay, well. This could get fun. not gonna sunfall that.
Show them the edge of your blade.
Okay, please don't top deck a play with fire. Or a lightning strike. Dag nabbit, of course you did. Yeah! Almost got him. Alright, let's go to the next match. Hey, the fact that we were able to deal with mono red is actually kind of an interesting thing. I don't care if we go 0-3 with this build. I really don't. Because I think this deck definitely is showing what it can do. It definitely has that interesting edge to it, I think. So, I don't know. We're going to have to see. We got... we got him into top deck mode. We just didn't gain the life that we needed to. I don't think we can gain life in this build. But, oh well. We might have to work on that. Anyways, alright. Well, we got about 15 inches of snow here where I live in southern New Hampshire the other day. And we're going to get a massive rainstorm tomorrow. So... yeah, at least I get to go skiing first, so that's cool. I get to go to the ski program with the kids and whatnot, so it's kind of cool. And by kids, I mean my students, so it's kind of cool. I used to ski quite a bit when I was younger. All right, Elias. I don't think we're making it out of silver 4 tonight, but that's okay. We're gonna do our best. Definitely not with a hand like that. Hand like this, a little bit better, but yeah, we're probably gonna have to ditch the. As much as I hate to. Yeah, we're gonna ditch the Emperor. Kumano, sure. I am actually going to use my March of Otherworldly Light to deal with that. I'm gonna submit 0 and boom. You do not get that. You lose. Good day. Phoenix chick. Okay. Play with fire. Okay. Fine. Whatever. Boom. Okay. What you got for me? Cool thing too is Kutzil, we can put that down and yeah, go save Strangle, that's alright. We can put the Kutzil down and they can't cast spells on our turn, so of course they have Monstrous Rage. I'll ossify that. Okay, now if we can force them into top deck mode, and if they flood out, then that is a real thing. So, Feldon, you're going to get Leyline Bound. Okay. Okay, Monastery Swift Spear is what it is. Monstrous Rage, Lightning Strike, sure. That's the problem with Magic these days. There's no originality left. You're all just playing red deck wins. That's okay, though. Wow. Alright, well, I guess when you draw all the nuts, then... yeah, well... no, not even worth it. Alright, good game. Let's go to the post-game analysis. Alright, so not the kind of night we were hoping for with this build. I do want to share that this is a deck that... I think if you look at both of the games that we played, we not necessarily got outplayed. We just didn't get lucky, especially in that red deck wins build. I mean, they top-decked a Lightning Strike twice. So, I mean... we got to expect those kinds of things. And, you know, we also didn't get into our Tameo safekeeping or any other. I don't think we have any life gain in this deck, which might be an addition that if you want to improve upon, you definitely can do it. But basically, you know, with this build, I think against slower decks, it definitely works. As you saw against faster decks, especially with the red deck wins build, not so much. And even in the best of one, when we were up against the Dimir Mill, you know, once again, you know, we run into stuff like that, and it's just, there's not much you can do as far as that's concerned. But anyways, if you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and as always, my magic miscreants, may you always be on the play, and may all your spells hit the board. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your Monday.